and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton, and today we're going to be talking about how to do some entrepreneur ideas and some support. And my guests are Aaron Carter from the Hampton Roads Housing Authority.
Hampton
Redevelopment Housing Authority. See, I'm working with the acronym and trying to spell it out in my brain.
Yep.
Okay. Housing and Redevelopment Authority, and Sid Alvarez, who's also with the organization. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
Welcome.
you.
So tell me, first off, explain to me why the Housing Authority is talking about business and entrepreneurs and small business startups.
Great question. And first, let me say, Robin, again, good morning. And on behalf of our board and our Executive Director, Ronald Jackson, we really thank you for this opportunity to share with residents on this platform. It's a good question because most people, when you hear about the Housing Authority, you think about subsidized housing.
Exactly. That's the first thing that comes to everybody's mind.
But we're really trying to reintroduce ourselves to the community because the Community Development Department really focuses on providing decent, affordable housing for residents, creating sustainable neighborhoods, and providing economic opportunities. And we do that by building new construction homes or rehabbing homes or providing programs such as the entrepreneurship program to help individuals learn how to start a business.
And specifically when you say individuals, you mean people who are maybe low income now, and so maybe there's that connection between people who need low income housing and helping them get out of that cycle and be self-sustaining and develop their own income stream.
Yes, and also there may be others that are low to moderate income who aren't one of our residents, but
right.
It is open to all residents of Hampton who are low to moderate income.
Okay,
Yep.
So this program is open to anybody who's low to moderate income, and the age range you said is 18 and up.
18 and up.
And certainly in this economic climate, a lot of people who can't get jobs maybe are thinking to themselves, what could I do? How could I be my own boss? How could I start something up?
That's right. Yeah, HRHA board approved the entrepreneurship program to help with business development. And like you said, we really believe entrepreneurship is important, especially in this economy when people are losing their jobs or are looking for jobs. This is an opportunity for them to expand out and maybe start their own business and be successful at that.
So how does this program help in that? Somebody has an idea maybe for a business, I'm good at X, and then what?
Well, we're actually going to offer 2 sessions with the Entrepreneurship Club. And the first session is just going to be basic education. It's going to explain the structure of business, as well as a lot of people have great ideas, but they really don't know if there's a market for what it is that they want to do. So there's going to be some market analysis and some market research. And then the second portion of the program is going to be helping people to develop a business plan, which is great. It's not only going to be classroom instruction, but a lot of people may need assistance. So we're also going to be offering case management for those that need that extra help in developing their business plan.
Now that sounds really exciting. And you guys are not teaching this class. You are qualifying the residents and providing some of the funding, but you've teamed up with who to work on this with you?
We've teamed up with the Small Business Development Center, which is located on the Workforce Development campus near Thomas Nelson. They are the ones that's actually going to be teaching the course.
So you're using that expertise that already exists at Thomas Nelson at the Workforce Center, because they have a lot of experience in this, obviously, working with other people. That's great.
Yep. So we really encourage people to call us, 727-1111 to find out more about the program. There is, like Sid said, there is a income verification piece of it, but we really encourage people to call us.
That's great. Okay. So suppose I take this class and I have an idea. Okay, there's somebody down the street from me, and I think of this every day when I drive past. They've started just their own little car and boat washing and detailing business. So I have an idea that maybe I want to do this, and then how do you walk me through what that would take?
Well, the first thing they would do is they would contact me, and I would determine whether or not they're income eligible to participate in the program. Once they've been deemed income eligible, then, as I said, they're going to have that general education, and then that.
So you go into the classroom and teach people basics, really, about how to vet their ideas or how business works. I mean, it's a tough thing being your own boss. You've got to deal with all the taxes and withholding and business licenses.
That's right.
It's a complicated, scary thing.
Yes.
And a lot of times people don't think about that, but you do need that classroom setting to really, learn about those things firsthand.
And one of the things the first session is also going to do is help with the financial portion. A lot of times people have great ideas, but they really don't know how to add the financial aspect into it. So I would say about the second part of the first session is really going to be about finances and how to develop finances, how to keep things straight when you start your business.
Is that about the sort of accounting piece of it, or is it more about how to get financing, how to get a small business loan or, you know, startup money? Or is it all of the above?
Well, the first portion actually is going to be just the financial piece of the business.
Okay.
And then during the second session, there is actually a couple of classes that are going to address loans that are available to those that want to start their business.
Well, that sounds like a great opportunity.
That's right. Yeah. I wish I could take the class.
And you said you did offer this last year?
Yes, we offered it last year as the pilot. It was the first time as a pilot program, and we had a number of people that came out. We had one person that attended a few classes and actually started a convenience store in Newport News.
So you did help somebody get off the ground and get. Unfortunately, it wasn't in Hampton, but it still is helpful when somebody can learn that, and it may spread too. Then he may say, "Hey, I took these classes. Here's what you can do. Here's how you can get some assistance."
That's right. And I didn't know if you want to share the dates of the class.
The first part is going to start in August and it's going to end in October, and the second portion is going to start in March and it will end in April. Both sessions will be 8-week sessions, and they're going to be on Monday nights from 6 to 8 p.m.
And so this really does take some commitment. This is not, I'm toying, you know, I have 10 different ideas. This is more like, I'm ready to move on something and I need to know, can I do it and how can I do it?
Yes.
And so repeat that number again, because of the income qualification, you do need them to call you.
Yes, and the direct number would be 727-1111. The extension is 314, and they can also visit our website where there's more information about the Entrepreneurs Club as well as the application, which is due to us by June 29th. And our website is hrha.org.
Okay, that's great.
And just to add, if they, for whatever reason, they can't get the applications in this year, the second session, as Sid said, is next year, so they may possibly be able to get into next year's session.
And I think that's a good idea too, because we could rerun this program again, but people work on different timetables, and it's good to know that the program exists. Maybe I'm thinking about it now, but I'm not ready, and I can still call you and stay in touch and figure out if you're going to offer this again and what the resources are.
That's right.
Exactly, and we do maintain a waiting list, so if they're not able to get into this session, we do keep a waiting list and we call those on our waiting list when we have another session that's coming up.
This is great, because you know what, I had no idea this was going on in Hampton, and I bet a lot of people didn't. And if I'd heard Entrepreneurs Club, I'm sorry, I probably would not have thought of the Housing Authority. Now you mentioned, Sid, that you have another program that you'd like to talk about too, that the Housing Authority runs that people may not know about.
Yes, we have rehabilitation programs. A lot of times citizens here in the city of Hampton are just not financially able to rehabilitate their home or make repairs. So we have a couple of rehabilitation programs that we offer to help citizens to make some repairs to their home.
And again, that gets to that feeling that the Housing Authority is only Section 8 and projects, and it's not, because building up neighborhoods and sustaining neighborhoods is a piece of that.
That's right.
Yes.
And these rehab programs really speak to that. And out of all the rehab programs, I think the one that's real near and dear to our hearts is our wheelchair rent program that helps disabled persons in Hampton get in and out of their homes, with a wheelchair. So we provide funds to build wheelchairs in Hampton.
And that's so important, because if you can keep somebody in their own home, they are happier, they are more content, and it certainly costs them less than having to move to a nursing home just because of wheelchair accessibility.
Yes.
Again, repeat that number. So if they're interested in the rehab programs, the number there?
It would be the same number, 727-1111, and extension is 314.
You could, like Sis said, you could also visit our website, www.hrha.org.
And you can do that on behalf of somebody else. Maybe, I know a neighbor who needs a wheelchair, or a family member, because a lot of times it's hard to get the word to the people who need it, and so it takes that network of the rest of us looking out for our neighbors and friends.
Yes, and we get those calls all the time. A lot of times people will have church members, as you said, family members, neighbors that just don't know about the program, are not able to call on their behalf. They are the ones that would initiate the call. I give them the information and they pass that information along, and then the homeowner is the one that will actually call me.
Okay. Well, great. Is there anything I've forgotten to ask you before we close?
I think you did a great job.
I think you guys did a great job, and I'm glad to let people know about some of the things that are kind of quietly going on in Hampton, so that they can take advantage of things that you guys are offering.
And again, we just thank you for this platform.
Thank you, Erin. Thanks for coming by. And Sid, nice to meet you. You're my guest for the first time, and I appreciate that. So thank you all.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Round Robin.